I grabbed some foam board and a thrifted sheet, and within minutes I had the most functional decor. I made sure my foam board was clean, and then I cut it to size using a utility knife. It worked well to just score the foam about halfway through and then snap it to break it in half. Then I laid out my thrifted sheet in 2 layers, and I used a staple gun to secure the fabric over the edge on the back. I made sure to pull it as tight as I could as I was stapling. I trimmed off some extra fabric, and then I wrapped the ends like a present, and I stapled the fabric to the back. Then I used duct tape to prevent the edges of the fabric from fraying. I used Velcro command hooks and attached them to the back, and then I placed it on my office wall, and I used pins to add my kids' artwork, a special photo, and a calendar, and that is how I turned a foam board into a pin board. I just love how simple this project is.
Head to a hardware store and grab a very large piece of foam board. Then find a very large piece of fabric that is even bigger than the foam board. I shopped my house and found an old curtain panel that was the perfect size. I cut the fabric ties off the top and was ready to roll. Try to get any wrinkles out of the fabric at this time. You will need a big space to work. Lay your fabric out with the print side facing down. Then place the foam board on top of the fabric with at least 2 inches of fabric on each side of the board. Starting on the short side of the foam board, wrap the fabric over the top of the board, pull it taut, and staple with a staple gun. A hand stapler will work just fine for this. Pulling the fabric taut and laying a staple. Once the short ends are stapled, go to a long side of the board. Start in the center, pull the fabric firmly, and staple. Staple this side evenly back and forth until the entire side is stapled. Repeat the same process for the fourth side. Now take a whole bunch of command strips and apply them to the back side of the board around the entire perimeter. Don't apply to the fabric, just to the board itself. Peel off the back coverings from the command strips and get ready to hang this on the wall. You can hang this either horizontally or vertically, depending on your space. The pattern on my board made it perfect for vertical hanging. You now have an enormous bulletin board to use. I'm using mine in our mudroom as our family central communication board. Hang family names with a clipboard of the daily to-do list. Pin up a calendar, family photos, small shopping bags, inspirational quotes, and fun decorative items. I hope this inspired you to take some foam board and fabric and create your own huge bulletin board.
I grabbed a roll of receipt paper. I started with a scrap cedar board 1x6 and I sanded it with 150 grit sandpaper. Then I grabbed a scrap piece of metal and I used side cutters to trim it just a little bit shorter than the width of the board, and then I spray painted it black and let it dry. I trimmed it to a similar length as the wood dowel. The next scrap thing was leather. I cut 2 small pieces, I folded them over, and I found some springs in my junk drawer, and I placed them underneath of the leather and I screwed that down. Lastly, I pre-drilled holes into the metal piece and then I screwed them to the bottom of the board. And now I have the perfect note board to leave all kinds of helpful messages, to-do lists, and reminders, like the one I just added. I hope this inspires you to get creative with scrap materials.
Start by grabbing an old sheet pan from your kitchen. Something a little dinged up is actually perfect for this project. Take your pan outside and give it a couple of coats of spray paint. I went with a neutral gray here, but you could totally customize this color however you want. You could even grab painter's tape and put patterns on it if you want to. Next, you'll need a pack of clothespins from the dollar store. And for a quick painting hack on these, clip all of them along the edge of a cardboard strip, and it will be really easy to spray paint one side and then flip them over and paint the other side on all of them. Once those clothespins are dry, you can grab a roll of magnets from the craft store. Cut a piece of magnet that fits the length of each clothespin. Most of these magnetic rolls are peel and stick, so you can just remove the paper backing and then press that magnet right onto one side of each of your clothespins. And now comes the fun part, decorating. I suppose you could leave these pins plain, but it's a lot more fun if you give them a fun color, paint a pattern, or add some sort of cute embellishment on them. I found this outer space themed eraser set at Dollar Tree and I could not resist. They're the perfect size for this project and I know that my son is absolutely going to love them. Once everything is ready to go, grab a few command strips and use them to hang your pan right onto the wall. That's right, you're just going to stick your pan directly onto the wall anywhere that you want it. I hung mine a little bit low below the light switch so my 3-year-old can reach. And now you've got a magnetic memo board that's cute, functional, and costs next to nothing to make. These magnetic clothespins are so perfect for holding little notes, photos, art, reminders, and I added one of these magnetic round containers from Dollar Tree too. It's really become the perfect catch-all for all those tiny treasures that my 3-year-old finds during the day. Rocks, stickers, beads, jewels, random bits that he refuses to part with. It's simple, it's organized, and it turns clutter into a cute little display. All from an old baking sheet that had seen better days anyway. So grab one from your kitchen and make this little magnetic memo board today.
Let's update this plain old corkboard with no power tools required. Grab some fun fabric to place over the corkboard itself. Once you have your fabric, cut a square slightly larger than the corkboard. Then attach the overhang of the fabric to the back of the board using just a few push pins. Let a hot glue gun heat up and then using the hot glue, go around the push pins to attach the fabric to the board. Let it dry for a few minutes and then remove all push pins and add in more hot glue to the areas where the push pins were. Be sure to fold in the extra fabric in each corner as you would when you were wrapping a present too. After that, I hung it up on our office wall and I used some push pins to attach a to-do list, some fun mementos, and pictures as well. And now you have a cute, quick and easy do-it-yourself corkboard for your home or office.
Let's make a big impact on a wall with a very small budget. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and adhere my wallpaper to my large piece of foam board. Now, this peel and stick wallpaper is very forgiving, meaning if you lay it down a little crooked, you can likely just peel it back up. Line up your seams, making sure that if it has a large pattern like this one, that you are getting the pattern even. Once you've done that, we're going to measure the edges. This is a 3x2 piece of foam board, so I'm going to head outside and start cutting my wood pieces for a frame. So I love this little box cutter that has the degrees already on it. I'm going to use 45-degree angles. Once those pieces have been cut, get your sanding block and let's smooth down those cut edges. And then you're going to take these flat brackets and we are going to just drill them in. This wood is pretty soft, so I don't have to pre-drill holes. We'll take some wood filler and any kind of cracks that are at those seams, we're going to fill those in. Give that some time to dry and then sand it down. Next, we're going to paint it. Just use a color of paint that complemented the wallpaper. Now, once it's all dry, let's bring it back inside. I want to be able to swap out this wallpaper, so I'm going to use some 3M strips to secure the foam board to the frame. You can certainly use something like liquid nails for a more permanent solution. And then I'm also going to use the 3M strips to hang it to the wall. I love how these don't require me to have to put holes in the wall. It's also great if you rent. So we're going to attach this up, and now I have a big statement piece on my wall that was very budget friendly. I hope you enjoy.